3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm already going, brother. We got excellent connection.
Groovy.
Who's on here? Who's on here under it was Dave's fault.
Gotta be Mike.
Oh man. All right.
I didn't even log on to there yet.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, we're streaming. We got excellent connection. I don't know. Let me go back and play a little bit of this, I guess.
He don't trust himself, Steve.
Yeah.
We're good,
I'm
guys,
just listening
and
to
hot.
Okay. Yeah, it's working good. All right. You guys ready?
Rock and roll.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We are your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me are my two fantastic co-hosts. We got Dave.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening,
Yeah.
whatever time you are listening to this, my friends. Welcome to Three Fat Truckers.
For real. Time appropriate greetings wherever you're at or whatever you got going on. And also joining us is Steve. Say hi to the kids, Steve.
Hey, kids.
Did not bring you kids.
Guten Tag.
Ja, das ist guten Tag, ja.
Das,
Ja.
ja.
Das ist Wiener Schleiden, ja.
Hola.
Okay.
Hola,
where
mi
you-
amigo. Sí, ¿cómo
Why am I
está?
in the mood for sauerkraut and sausage now?
I'll tell you what. Here we are for a 7th episode, kids. Can you honestly believe?
Hey, Bill, despite all the hate mail, yeah.
Yeah, all the hate mail. About to send some goons out after somebody to take care of some of these haters we got. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to try to do this again and again and again until somebody makes us stop. And I'm not sure what force.
It might be the FCC, but hell with them.
It's the internet. The FCC don't care. Well, is it going to be a good show, or are we just kind of faking it till we making it?
I like that. Well, all I know is finally Midwest has got to see some sun and some. What are you beating on over there?
I was making sure everything's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Is this tool time? We fixing stuff now?
I don't think so, Tim.
All right.
So
Thank you,
he's
Mr.
Tim.
Mr. Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we at?
Start with one of your. They're not really dad jokes, Steve. They're more of that.
I found a couple today that I
joke.
thought was pretty funny, but
Let's have it.
you have to give me a few minutes. I'm sort of like brain farted right here. I just blank.
That's okay.
Let me think for a second. Let Dave fill in,
You're not brain farting. You're a podcaster now. You have to say things like you're in the wrong headspace.
You're in the wrong.
There's actual language for that. Huh.
Man.
Headspace. I hate to say headspace. Well, Bill, we're getting ready to light up another fine, outstanding show here.
Okay, I just remembered, Dave. Hold on.
Shut up, stupid.
Hold on. You ready?
Got me rolling.
Well, and I'll tell you that everybody knows we are not politically correct, and we're not here to offend anybody. We're here to offend everybody. So, with that being said, do you know what the one condom said to the other condom?
I think my 9-year-old told me this one the other day, but
I bet he didn't. Let's go to the gay bar and get shit-faced.
That would be the one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no laughter whatsoever. Come
Nothing.
on.
Oh, the audience is dying. The audience
Hello.
is dying.
Is this thing on? Click,
This
click.
thing's
hold
on.
Hello,
This
hello.
thing's on,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, gee whiz.
Go ahead, Dave. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt your role for that Terrible joke.
That's okay. I'm getting people texting me now. So.
Are you?
I'm getting people trying to call me, and they know it's 3:00 on a Sunday.
Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah.
How did you forget to mute your phone?
Did you? Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go.
Lord have mercy. That actually comes through a little too well.
Well, guys, what I started to say before I was not rudely entertained with a wonderful joke.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. To start this afternoon off is today is some nice weather finally. We got a little sun.
Maybe for you.
Well, that's true.
It's been raining here. It finally stopped, though. But yeah,
you're south of Mason-Dixon. We don't care. We
had flooding. We have flooding.
Yeah, we've had rain forever and no warm temperature. You've had that, so shut up.
I was down in North Carolina last week with no air conditioning. Yeah, you know how it is that very first week of the warm weather, and you really don't know if you've got air or not. But it's probably
the time you flip it on, and it's like Murphy's Law. It's not going to work when the first time you want it.
No, not even a little bit.
Isn't that the best part of trucking? You get in there and you hit that switch, and you sweat harder because the air conditioning.
But then you hear them old timers, Bill. Well, we didn't have air back in the day. We had 255 or 260.
And you know what? Fuck them guys. I know exactly what that's like.
The old cab mover with the vents down there in your feet to let
so
some air
what I did was
I
turned them off. I opened my butterfly vents on the
sleeper
bunk and rolled my windows down, and I just enjoyed some fresh air.
So you did the 260 air.
Yeah, I sure did. And here's what happens. When you first roll, if you are like sitting in air conditioning all day long and your skin, the surface of your skin gets cool from that air conditioning blowing on it. And then when you shut that off, you roll your windows down, you immediately get sticky. Mm-hmm. And that's because all the condensation is sticking to the coolest surface, which is the surface of your skin. And so you immediately say, oh, no, piss on that. I'm going to roll my windows back up, turn the air back on. But if you allow your body some time to acclimate to the temperature, then
that was a big word, acclimate.
I was about to throw two of them at once. I was about to say acclimate to the ambient temperature.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now,
that would just be way too much.
All three of us know how good Gold Bond powder is.
I got something better. It's called
Monkey Butt.
Yes, Monkey Butt.
Monkey Butt.
I took a summer off some years back and did a little commercial roofing. Not proud of it, but there you go. And
hey, can I get a quote?
Si, senor.
I tell you something. Well, we do a hell of a job, man.
That reminds me of that day. Tom Mabe calling the immigration saying, I got 3 illegals up here on my neighbor's roof. I grabbed the ladder. They can't get down. Come get them. And they're like, sure, you can't keep them against their will.
You know.
Well, they're not done with the roof yet. I'll put the ladder up when they're done.
Yeah. He goes, you better hurry. It's starting to rain.
I forgot to bring up the live chat here. Gee whiz.
I got it up. Well, you were talking about doing 260. I had a picture from one of our fellow drivers at the company there, sent me a picture, and it showed his speedometer 80 mile an hour the other day when I said, how's your day? And he sent me a picture of 80. And I'm like, he's having a good day.
By the way, do you get on Facebook much, Steve?
Only for the show. I mean, I don't.
You need to, because some of our fine drivers are posting nice things about you.
Uh-oh. Well, I seen you ask for a friend request, and I just don't mess with it. I don't do anything on there anymore.
Well, it was funny.
I get like 30 of them a day.
I did see one about
crap.
Mr. Zach put on there, thought he seen me in the Yoder Toter van.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I put on there, yep, that's Yoder Toter. I ain't hauling Amish.
Yep, that's the one, man.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke right there, Dave.
Okay.
When I said Amish, that was the one I was going to tell today.
Let's have it.
So there's these 3 Amish ladies, and they was at the farmer's market, and they're walking through. chatting with each other and doing their shopping. And this one Amish lady picks up this big old cucumber and says, "This reminds me of Otis." And the other two Amish ladies said, "Really?" They go, "Is it that big?" And she says, "Yes, it is." They walk down through the market a little more, and the other Amish lady picks up a big old carrot. And they're like, "Oh my goodness." She says, "Yeah, this reminds me of Noah." She says, "Really? Is it that big?" She says, "It is." The third Amish lady walks through the market there and picks up two big old potatoes and holds them up. And she says, "This reminds me of Graber." And the other two Amish ladies said, "Are they that big?" She says, "No, they're that dirty."
Yay.
There we go.
Dave. Excellent.
Got the rim shot.
Good job.
Right on. There
Excellent. Right on. Cue.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Keep
talking
going.
about.
I'll
Teamwork,
stop.
dude. Gotcha. I don't know, guys. I don't think we got anybody listening.
That's okay. We'll amuse ourselves.
Well, we got one because I got text.
Oh, did you? Good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the one. I'm not sure who that one is. Says, "I'm here waiting." So
it's
is that our technical?
It's Dave's fault.
Is that our technical guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave. Where's Mike? I thought I made this clear.
Oh yeah, our tech guy. I don't know.
Yeah, our tech guy.
I thought I made this clear.
I'll take you.
Anyway, where are we at here? Let's roll.
Oh, I don't know. You wanna look at these notes? I mean, we did put some work into all this.
Well,
yeah.
Let's discuss it a little bit because it kind of interferes with the trucking in business desperately to save lives, is what they say. But I don't believe none of it.
The chicken recipe?
That's right.
Oh,
why? Yeah.
He's
got that chicken recipe right on top.
Yeah.
That's because I'm barbecuing. I'm barbecuing chicken. This is chicken barbecue season, boys.
Makes me hungry.
You get out there with the charcoal. You get that thing nice and cherry hot. You fire them up. You go in. You get your chickens. You get them all laid out. Get them nice and clean.
Now, do you ever do the Nelsons or whatever?
I have done that for fundraisers.
But I mean, at home, do you do that? I like making the vinegar base dipped and run them through every 15 minutes and dip them and throw them back on. And
I kind of cheat and I go to the Tractor Supply and I buy one of them hand pumps that you can spray. Yes, and I put it in there and use that, and I keep basting it that way. But you get your chicken laid out, you get it good. I don't know, half pound of chicken, whatever you want, but then dry them off. I always take a little towel and pat them down so they're not so wet. And then I throw my garlic, soy sauce, smoked pepper on there, kosher salt, little black pepper. And then that's all I do to them. That's basically a real simple. And I like the skin on it, leave the skin on it. There's nothing better than old school barbecue
chicken very, very good.
Yes, but take it out there and throw it off the indirect side of the heat of the grill.
Whoa, indirect. I got that son of a gun filled with charcoal when I do it. We're cooking half a cow on that son. It's just going to be full of charcoal.
Well, that's true if you're cooking that much.
That one guy that does that cooking show, oh, you got the indirect. Oh, indirect my ass. That thing's full of charcoal. There ain't no indirect in my grill.
By the way, a Boy Scout note that all of us should know: one charcoal burns 1,500 degrees. One
briquette.
One briquette.
There you go.
I don't know why I remember that, but I remember it. But
well, Bill sort of.
He's.
I'll say he's the rookie, but he's into the grilling now. Last year, there got him a charcoal grill, and he's liking it, aren't you?
Bill's also has a fire pit grill, which is to me the best.
I have not fired that. I bought that last year, and I have not used it once yet.
Hey, have Mike show you how to put it together.
I've heard that joke said once before. Did he screw up his?
Did he ever get that grill?
So I've got another co-host.
Oh,
hey, Sissy.
She can't hear you. I got my headphones on.
I heard you.
Oh, you can hear us. Good
She's
morning.
probably upstairs watching. So yeah.
Did
She
you
doesn't-
wish Mom a happy Mother's Day?
I'm watching your show after.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Why don't you go play Swear?
Keep rolling, Dave.
Okay. Anyway.
Speed limits.
No, you want to roll down to there? We'll let Bill take over from here. I'm texting our tech support and seeing how we're doing.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot. People. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the news then, since we pretty much whatever. First up, speed limiter notice published, opening 30-day comment period. This is from ccjdigital.com. The article is written by Matt Cole. And it goes on to say the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's notice of intent to proceed with rulemaking to mandate speed limiters on most heavy-duty trucks is being published in the Federal Register Wednesday, May 4th. The publication of what the agency is calling an advance notice of supplemental proposed rulemaking opens the comment period for 30 days. And we'll go ahead and link to this in the show notes. It goes on to say, as previously reported, the notice does not specify any speed to which trucks will be limited under the regulation, and it is not a proposal of any regulatory language to amend the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. Instead, it is a fact-finding and data mining tool for FMCSA to determine how to best proceed with the rule. The speed limiter debate has been on the back burner since early in the Trump administration. A joint rulemaking issued in 2016 by FMCSA and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration explored potentially limiting trucks to either 60, 65, or 68 miles per hour. The new notice is being published solely by FMCSA, and the requirements of the rule will fall to motor carriers to implement the speed limiters rather than the OEMs. In the notice, FMCSA said it is considering making the rule only applicable to trucks manufactured after a certain date, potentially 2003, because this is the population of the vehicles for which electronic engine control units were routinely installed and may potentially be used to govern the speed of the vehicles. Well, I mean, I was running governed trucks back in the early 90s.
Yes.
I don't know what they're talking
Well,
about.
There's still companies that are running governed trucks like TMC out there out of Iowa. I think all their trucks are right at 65 or 66.
Hey, we're like 62.
And so is Prime. Prime is at
Yeah,
65.
Well, and Schneider
just raised theirs to 68.
Yeah. Schneider Davey Hunt was always back in the day when Schneider had the cab over pumpkins.
Yeah.
They were 60 mile an hour.
They were 57 back in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and it
nightmare.
was nothing but wrecks and stuff. People coming up on them.
That is the problem. I understand what they're doing, but when your traffic flows together at the same speed, you don't have as many wrecks. When you have 70 mile an hour speed limit and 55 mile an hour trucks, it's nothing. It's a death trap.
It's just like, let's use Indianapolis around 465. The speed limit.
What is the speed limit?
55.
That's right.
Have you ever seen anybody go 55 around there? No.
Yeah. And they get
people are running 60 and 65. The police are passing you at that speed. They're not writing tickets unless they need quotas for the month or the day that they're out there. And then they start busting them for 57 and 58 just to write their tickets. So, it's a give and take on any of it. But, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell people what to believe, but I've been told that the whole thing about quotas is kind of a myth. They do have a certain number of contacts they're supposed to make. And I think if they were being honest, which almost nobody ever is, they would probably say that they've got a
talk to a retired cop, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill. Verification.
What's that?
Tech support is working.
From who?
Mike.
Oh, Mike sent that?
Yes.
I believe I could. I think I could be counted on to turn on a TV for about long enough to snap off a picture. He said
throwing him under the bus.
Where we at? And then what? Here in California, they're changing speed limit and lane restrictions. It says.
Well, California is cracking down on it, but they're the one that did the study that is saying that it is wrong to do the lane restriction. To float, the one traffic flows better when everybody does the same.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we got the next article here: change California speed limit and lane restrictions. I thought I put where this article came from. I thought I put it on here.
Yeah.
It came from. It also came from change.org. And
well, it's not on here about the old Texas daytime, nighttime. I remember those speed limits being split, and they changed them probably, I want to say 6 years ago, 7.
I can't speak much for California. Texas, yeah, that was a nightmare. I never really felt like they enforced it all that well, especially if you were out in West Texas.
Yeah, and then it says here also that there's some up to speed limits in Texas up to 85 miles per hour.
That's the toll roads,
which is the highest in the nation. It says
you could be on a 2-lane road down there, and the speed limit's in the 70. I can't.
Well, here it says Utah. There's a safety record for 80 mile per hour on a stretch of I-15 up there. So
15 and 80 across Utah.
Yeah. You really have to be careful when you use states like Utah as an example, just because.
So it says here 24. We got what, 50 states? It says 24 of them got 75 mile an hour speed limit.
Hey, Bill.
I'll thank Mike if he's got something funny to say.
He's flipping you off, Bill.
Oh.
Tech support is on its job.
So we would appreciate some live.
You're number one. You're number one, Bill.
Oh, that's funny. Sean said it to me. His son.
So whose screen name is it was Dave's fault? Mike?
No, I thought you did that.
No, somebody's screen name is that.
It must we don't have the ability to see who that is. It was Dave's fault. I bet it's that new guy. Oh, it says bite me. I bet that's fault. Mike.
Here it says, but at 65 mile an hour, it takes a commercial motor vehicle a length of a football field to stop, is what they're telling
me. Now, that's old data.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Well, because we got disc brakes and stuff now, not drum brakes on some trucks. So, yeah. Well, that's what it's saying here, I think. I ain't read the whole thing, but yeah.
If you keep reading down, it's saying the statistics they're using are old data. So
yeah.
I don't want any new data. I want people to leave me alone. And let me drive my truck.
Well, here. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't drive your truck high.
Oh, next article.
Yeah, next one here.
The one we've been waiting on, kids.
It says cannabis confusion.
Go ahead,
thousands of truckers taken off the job amid supply chain woes.
First thing is, let me before you continue on, there's no confusion. They all know they're not supposed to get high. They're just using that for an excuse because they're a bunch of millennials.
Millennials. You get on TikTok and tell them that.
I will do that. The millennials on the TikTok.
Well, and pretty much when I read through this article, it was pretty much telling you that they was having drivers that were in the states that legally it's legal to smoke marijuana and use CBD and all that stuff. That on the weekends they were using it, and then while they weren't working
and not passing their drug screen on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We all know that. So just because it's legal.
So when they say supply chain woes, I assume anybody that drove for Amazon Prime that was getting high didn't get to go to work is what it was.
I wonder if they just give them the 3 days
They're saying it's the old catch-22. So
See, they used to fire you for it. Now they're either got to make it legal or they got to have a new testing system to see if you're high. That's what they got to do.
Like when they pull you over for DUI.
Yeah, if they pull you over to see if you're high, and he holds up a bag of Cheetos and you take them, there's probably a good chance you're wasted.
Ha ha ha! Because people smoke dope, get hungry. Yep.
The munchies. But how come the good dope smokers are all real skinny too? What's up with that? You think they'd be fat hogs?
I don't think anything.
Back in the day, Dave, I'll tell you what.
I see people that don't seem to do a damn thing all day, and they're skinny as a board rail. And then I see some of the busiest people I know are 300-400 pounds. So it just, the world does not make sense as it is written right now, and we need a new rule book or something.
Like old John Panette, the old comedian, said. He says, if I smoked that stuff, I could eat an island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in other words, he eats that, or he smokes that stuff, or he did.
He did. Well, did we talk about that the one time? All these comedians that were fat
comedians, and then they lost a bunch of weight, and then
they died.
I think the High Council sends some goons out.
I think we got the right thing here. Just stay fat.
Stay fat. I don't think I'll have a problem with that.
Yeah.
All I really ask is that they keep making clothes in my size, and that I can keep the blood sugar under control and the blood pressure.
By the way, I went into Kohl's. Kohl's now has a big and tall guy.
So you can say Kohl's, but not millennials.
I can't say millennials.
Millennials.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love doing that just to screw with you on my TikToks. Yeah. TikToks. Kohl's has a big and fat section.
TikTok. Do you remember? I think me and Bill's went over this before. We always talk about old stuff, far as toys and stuff when we was kids. Do you remember a movie with something in it called Ricky Tikki Tavi?
Yes, and wasn't it the show?
It was like a mongoose cartoon. It was a mongoose where there was two cobras trying to steal babies or something, and it was a cartoon on Disney way back in the day.
Well, I go back even farther, and do you remember the mongoose and the snake drag racing and being Hot Wheel cars?
Yeah.
You remember them?
Dom Perdome Snake and the mongoose with So anyways.
Best thing about a Hot Wheel track ever is your mom beat you with it.
Oh,
easy paddle.
Especially them double ones.
Why's your ass say Hot Wheels or Mattel on it, huh? Thought you had a tattoo imprinted on it backwards.
Nope. Because she say, clean that mess up and put it away, and you would. She just grabbed the track, smack you a couple times. I told you once.
Well, I put some notes on here, some stuff we touched on last show. We didn't really get into it too deep, but one of them was in our travels, and I'm sure other guys on here, the old CB base stations and the people that you heard on them that was, behind the mic kind of deal back in the day. And we touched on a few of them around the local area that we traveled, but I'm sure
something about some big fat lady over there off 33
over what right off of
Indian Lake.
Indian Lake, Russell's Point, Ohio over there. And I don't know if she's still alive or not, but her name was, what was it? Boogie Mama. That's where we was asking that guy.
Boogie Mama. Look at here.
Our first email listener there about if he knew.
Michael.
And he said he hadn't been there around that long, but she would get on that radio and man, she could light it up. Guys giving her a hard time, and she would use such colorful language that could make a truck driver or a sailor blush. I mean, but she would get on there and guys would drive through there and you'd hear them. They would provoke her on purpose. They'd be, because it was around that big, Indian Lake is what you called it, Bill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They would go, whoa, Boogie Mama must be taking a bath or a shower. There's a ring around the lake.
I never could, because she did her share. She did her share of harassing and abusing people.
Sure.
But man, she took her share too. I'll tell you what.
Oh, them guys rode her every time. I mean,
I tell you.
See, I missed out on that being a local driver. I didn't travel far enough to have to. If it wasn't from here to Topeka and Goshen, I didn't know it for 30 years.
Well, there was, like I said, up there on 30, when 30 was still a 2-lane across to Ohio. And I would run across there, I don't know, a couple times a week over to Cleveland and stuff from Indiana. And there was the older gal on, she was on a different channel. And she ran, and all the FedEx and Conway drivers that did line hauls, they would be on their own channel, and they get up on that channel and talk to her when they went through. And they called her grandma. And like I said last time, I think she's probably dead and gone by now. She was in her 80s then, and that's been, quite a few years back. But she would get on there and talk about herself and her husband that she called, his handle was Ranger. And they would get on there, and she'd be like, "Yep, me and Ranger's going to the doctor tomorrow. He's got to get some tests done." And all them guys, she just enjoyed talking to people, and it'd be 1, 2, 3 in the morning when you were driving through there. And she was on the radio, every night when you went through there. And she knew everybody's voice. She must have had a book where she had everybody's name wrote down, who she talked to or what their handle was, but that kind of deal. But then you get the ones over a little farther on 30 over there in Mansfield, and there was guys on base stations, and they just were dicks. They were on there to try and agitate, and they would be on 19, the trucker channel, and just tie it up and be cussing out drivers and dead keying over them. And, just.
Well, I forgot about dead keying. That was always.
But they were just trying to be an agitator, and it was what it was. But like the one guy we was talking about that was out there in Oklahoma that had the big radio where you hear him come on there on a repeater. Every day, all day long, where he get in there, I'm putting on my pretty nightgown and my red panties, and I'm going to bed. You remember him, Bill, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
And you could hear him. He had so much power. You could hear him up in northern Michigan. You could hear him down in Florida, Texas, and
wasn't that illegal?
Yes,
probably. But
the FCC
legend tells that the FCC tracked him down.
Yeah, because he ain't on there no more.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a lot of power pumping out. And you imagine his neighbors, their TVs and phone. Everything, they had to bleed over everything.
Okay, I got a question.
Yep,
this will be scary.
Uh-oh.
Did we give the licenses for the TV stations 21, 55, and 33 to broadcast over the national airways?
Don't know.
Did we? No, I don't remember signing anything, but
no, the government give them permission.
We as in the government.
Yeah.
Well, they have to be licensed. Yeah.
How come nobody's ever started any more up? Why is there only the big three and then Fox?
Because it's extremely expensive.
Well, how come when they give out misinformation and don't tell the truth, we can't take their licenses away?
Here we go.
Because you don't have to tell the truth. Nobody said they were going to tell the truth. They just said we're going to start a TV station. And
well, that's true. You got me there on a technicality. We're here to offend everybody. Remember,
exactly. Just because what people, and this, we get on topics like this on my tech podcast too. That
do you really?
Well, because you've got a lot of misinformation in almost every niche of the world.
Is it misinformation or just your opinion?
What happens is people will hear that something happened. And it is human beings' natural response to try to explain things in a way that makes sense to them. And so then they'll hear this thing happen, and it's their turn to talk. So they will, whether they are indeed right or not, they pass on the story as they've interpreted it. And then the next person takes that story, and then they'll add their little flair to it. And before you know it, you're 6 people down the line, and the story that started off as this over here ended up
as a telephone game.
Yeah.
So basically, the guy with the big CB out there in Wyoming, and the federal government shut him down. probably he cheated on his wife and she smashed it with a goddamn sledgehammer is really what happened.
There is 100 million different things that could have been the actual reason that he stopped doing it, but he stopped doing it, and people wanted what they want is an interesting story, and an
Yes.
interesting story would be that FCC came along and ripped
Strung
the
him up
rug
by
out
his
from under him
nuts and hung
because
him
he
by the
was
light pole.
pissing
I
people
know.
off.
Yes.
You know, people wanted to find him and cut his coax. That's another story that would
Yeah, and it's probably his daughter snuck in there and spilled her pop down the back of the machine.
he probably got evicted out of the trailer park, and he couldn't
Yeah.
he couldn't fit the tower on top of his
Of the-
1986 Corolla. And so,
And the
you know,
big
by the
stiff
time he
was
came back to
knocking
get all
over
of
the
his,
damn.
Yeah.
Got caught
Well,
in
hey.
the wind. But hey,
The next one here. What's some of the oddest or wildest places you ever delivered to?
oh, I thought I was going to say had sex.
oh,
No,
I was
I
going to say
would-
in the rear.
We don't want that. That's a
No.
horror story, Dave. In the rear.
there was a penitentiary for this was a long time ago, but it was a criminally insane joint out west. And
Did they release you?
No,
here
you gotta.
I am, kid.
He had to think for a second. Well, maybe they didn't.
And it was a
Maybe
load of
Maybe
plastic.
I escaped.
It's a load of
Well-
plastic forks, spoons, and knives.
Well,
Shanks.
And yeah, they had somebody riding with me when I was driving back into the complex. They had two guards, one in my bunk and one in the passenger seat. And I'm sitting there thinking, you know, of all the people you can trust in this place, the guards are probably the least,
Probably.
probably the lowest on
They're,
that
they're,
list.
they're,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
the crookedest.
well, I had
Say people, you know, prison guards.
I had two of them like that. One was the Bluegrass Army Depot down here in Kentucky, where we picked up actual live ammunition.
All right,
Sorry.
Dave.
Ammunition.
I was channeling my Dave.
My Dave.
Anyway.
Genuine ammunition.
I picked up a
right.
whole load
There's
of
a magazine
ammunition
called
and took it up
Nation.
to the National Guard Armory at Toledo. And when you pulled in there, they wanted all your information, but they even get in the gate, far as social security number, license, you know, all your personal address, everything. They did like a background check on you before you even got in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would check your truck inside, outside, underneath, you know, on top. You backed in the thing. They opened the doors. You never got a truck. They bolt up. They open your doors. You back in. They load you. You pull out. They close the doors. They sealed it, bolted it, and put the tape on it, you know, like the evidence tape where you can see if it's been broke or not. And I swear they followed me all the way up there.
Yeah.
They probably did.
But
I would say my most interesting to be closest to that was 2003. I went out to California for Republic, and our technical support team went with me, and I had to go in Disney World, and this is right after 9/11. And I had to give them information from doing FBI background check. They had them big steel posts come out of the road up,
Yep.
you know, so you couldn't drive in.
yeah,
The dog would come out and walk around the truck and check for bombs. And then they did the mirrors underneath, looking, you know, by the tires and everything. And every time I went in and out, I had to go through that.
had you ever been out? I think it was. Remember where it was at? I think it was Missouri, where they have the warehouses in the caves
Oh yeah.
in the side of the mountain,
Yeah,
No,
I
I haven't
remember
been to that.
where you pull
Yeah.
in and you're on a turntable and it turns your truck to what
Is that
tunnel
there
you're
by
gonna
the
go
Army
down?
bases? Is that by
Yeah.
the Army?
Well, it's where they store a lot of like nasty shit,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
hazardous
That-
waste and that.
Another weird one
That's
I
where you
did.
haul your nasty stuff out there, Bill.
Well, it's the state that I haul it to. I'm thinking
Yeah.
Missouri's got some of the most lax EPA laws in the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it just seems to be the place to go.
I remembered one time I delivered a load of like inserts that they would put in newspapers and put in the mail to Detroit to the post office. Well, the post office is 3 stories underground in Detroit. When it was made there, the place you delivered to, it was made for like 45-foot trailers, not 48 or 53s.
Oh, that's a common.
And when you go to turn off of the 2-lane street into there, they had a solid concrete yellow post. I bet you it was 24 inches round, marking the corner of the doorway.
Didn't have a scratch on it.
It was totally scratched because they would tell you that's what you pivoted your trailer on to get into the building. And I'm like, okay. You pull up there, and as soon as you pulled in, your trailer hit it, and it would just slide right around and it'd follow you right in the building. And I'm like, every trailer that was in there had a yellow mark down the side of it or the trailer. I mean, it was wrinkled, but that's how the only way you could get in there to deliver. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we have a couple of them places now. There's a place in Albany that was built in 1917 that they want you to back into. That
wouldn't be so bad if they wouldn't put all those stupid totes and skids.
Oh my God!
Directly in front of the dock.
You know it's narrow when you open your door and you back up to the next trailer, and the doors are hitting before you even get to the dock.
Usually, I prefer to make that somebody else's problem, but sometimes it's just on. I usually get lucky when I go in. He's actually talking about Sark Wire in Albany is what he's talking about, and I'm not sure if I should call people out like that, but excellent, nice people.
Oh, super good people,
super nice people.
They will make them other guys wait and get us in there every time.
Now, it's tight. It's not bad if there's no trailer sitting in the dock, but if there is, then you gotta be on your A game that day, especially if like some of those trailers are hooked to trucks.
I literally went back to the dock, and I know you're gonna call me a liar, but did a U-turn there, and it was such a sharp turn that I literally pushed those baskets up by the porta potty back 3 foot because there's just not enough room.
I won't call you a liar. You got one of them new space age trucks, so you can pull and maneuver like that off.
Yes, I do. Thank God.
What is that? An 880 or a 990?
It's a
680.
It's a 2001 680.
680.
Yeah.
Like it's got all the markings of a Kenworth, but I don't know, man.
That's okay.
I don't mind. Aerodynamic.
There's some fuckery about.
I don't got no exhaust. I burn. I'm one of them
exhaust.
Grass burner.
Yeah, we burn the worms up.
Oh, really?
Huh. But it'll go up 80,000. It'll pull most hills at 60 mile an hour. So
I've often wondered if that's why, like, you go into a truck stop and you're like, you immediately start smelling urine. If it's because of all the grass burners are cooking the pavement underneath where everybody's poured out their piss bottles.
Not me. I just usually walk back there and piss on the exhaust so you can smell it good.
Wasn't that the old joke? You're not a real truck driver till you hit a hitchhiker with a piss bottle.
That ain't even.
I use hospital urinals because they got big old.
That is wrong
openings.
In so many ways, guys.
You know what?
That's the guy that's laughing.
I know.
I mean, it's funny, but it's true talk. You got to do what you got to do. You know,
I know.
We're out there living.
Well, I told you that one deal.
I just bought a new grill for my truck too, because I'm gonna start grilling on the fender.
God.
The one guy I used to work for would come out and mow the grass on the front of the parking lot where we had all the electrical to plug the trucks in the winter. And bunch of us that worked there, we'd throw our damn piss bottles out in that grass.
Yeah, you told me about that.
The owner was out there mowing, and it was July. He hit a couple of them piss bottles, and it covered him. And he was on the warpath.
I would be
to find out who threw them bottles out in the grass. Oh, I don't think he ever found out because none of us got fired.
I think it's just as easy. Just when you're done, pour it out.
Well, I usually do.
It must not be because nobody does. It must not be easier.
Well, you got a towel on your head. They just poop in a box and throw it out the window.
I'm not going to judge people for pooping into containers.
Did you not see that one
or
video?
wearing a towel on their head. Their hair may be wet.
You never know. They just got
See
out
that
of the
one
shower.
video where this guy is in the parking lot in a bobtail at the truck stop, but somebody's videoing him. He climbs out of the truck with shorts on and a tank top, wife beater, and a pair of flip-flops. He goes to the back of his truck, drops his drawers, pinches one off, and pulls them up, gets back in the truck. Doesn't wipe or nothing. And this guy that's videoing it says, "Really?" He's commentating the whole time. I'm like, oh, goodness.
You know, right there on 75 before you come into, I think it is Cincinnati. What's the rest park where you get off and drive under a road right before you get up to the rest park?
That's down at Georgetown.
Okay. I stopped there before going under the underpants one time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And
there's an exit ramp you got to get off to get to the rest area.
Yeah, you get off.
It shares an exit. It shares an exit with a regular exit ramp,
and then you go around underneath.
Maybe well, just drawn up blanks. I don't know.
It's as you're going north on 75 there before the scale.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about. I'm just trying to picture the ramp. Anyway, go ahead, Dave.
I pulled off there and walked back there and checking the truck, taking a leak, and I walked back there and there was six gallon jugs laying there, and I'm like, seriously, dude, just dump the damn things out. Six of them. I'm like, he opened the door and kicked everything out. And
you think about them highway workers with the bush hog.
I know, yeah. Or drive over with the tire.
And then you wonder why we have no respect out there.
You better hope they have a cab on the tractor.
Should it come as a surprise to anybody that we do not have any respect collectively?
No, it's just like when you see any parking lot at a truck stop, a Walmart, they don't want trucks parking anywhere because of that. Throwing out their trash, throwing out their piss bottles.
Back from West Memphis, and every closed gas station down there had 400 truck tires laying there and 65 gallons of trays, and every one of them closed truck stops.
Yep.
And trucks parked in there.
I guess we're getting a Buc-ee's. Is that going to happen, or
it's not here? It's right before Georgetown.
I thought we were getting one in Indiana.
Oh, really? The one in Georgetown's like 3/4 of the way built, but they're not truck friendly places. They got a parking spot out back.
For gas. Yes, they sell gas.
They have diesel, but it's not. It's for pickups and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why they can't make that a trucker friendly thing.
I don't know.
So you can put 116 gas pumps
and 3 diesel for the pickups.
You can't put in space for trucks to get in and out. You know,
they don't want truckers.
We like nice things too, folks.
I'll tell you what.
Throw your piss bottles
you see
around.
them Buc-ee's down there in Texas, and there will be 100 gas pumps. You're like, holy crap!
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
That's one busy beaver.
One busy beaver. Known one or two of them in my.
Speaking of beavers, Dave.
Yeah. A busy one.
He went.
Never mind.
There's the eye.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
Nope, I ain't gonna say nothing about the beaver.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to say something else because I got nothing.
Well, I did put on there about some rants and raves, but I think I'll skip over that. But
hit a couple of them.
No.
What's your rant and rave? Give me one. Give me one of each. One rant, one rave.
One rave?
One of each.
Sort of. I'm just blank today. I don't know. Must not have enough alcohol in me yet.
That's because you're coasting. You're barbecuing. You have Mother's Day. You got people.
Yeah. Well, that's the last one I had on there. And of course, it's Mother's Day today.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Happy Mother's Day to all those out there.
Yep.
And for the rest of you, call your mom and tell her Happy Mother's Day. I don't give a shit what you got going on. Call her.
Exactly.
Because
I'll even give you a shout out to you motherfuckers that just keep pissing me off.
Hey. Watch the language.
Gosh sakes. Yeah. Shout out to all you piece of shit. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, tell your mom happy Mother's Day for crying out loud. She gave you life.
Some of us don't have them anymore, and you don't realize how much you miss something until you don't have it.
Yep, I still got mine, and I'll tell you what, crazy old lady, still driving truck.
I ran into speaking of your mom, Steve, I ran into a Brothers Express driver down in North Carolina. Not very interesting because Brothers Express is out of Fort Wayne here, but she says to me, "Hey, do you know a Roxanne that drives for you?" Yeah. Oh man, she was running.
She'll talk to anybody.
Well, apparently she ran into her at some truck stop there down.
Was a lady driver?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, Bill, I got one better for you.
Well, she said that the two of them just hung out for like 2 days straight, doing nothing at some truck stop down on the state line.
I have to ask her about that.
Yeah.
Well, you need to have a truck that's just like her so everybody thinks I'm her.
Yeah.
Because
I look for the
mom's trucks.
Roxanne, you need to shave. You're getting a little burly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Dave actually drives the same model truck.
Like
I think is it the same model?
It's exactly.
There's a couple of subtle differences.
The only is the visor on the windshield.
Yeah, Dave's got the visor, and then he's got like a chrome strip where the clearance lights are on the cab.
Right.
Yeah.
That's part of the visor. Yeah.
Yep.
So
but I pull in everybody. Oh, I
plus,
thought it was
hey Bill.
Roxanne.
Plus, he's got the little Mexico flag on the side.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Hey,
he's not here. You can talk like him.
Oh,
come on, damn it!
I don't know. I
didn't use his name.
Yeah.
Oh, how many Mexicans are named Lewis, for crying out loud? I don't know what you're talking about.
Lewis.
I told him to kiss my ass. I don't need this fucking job anymore. Everything he was, I think he was half deaf. I liked Lewis though. He was
he was fun.
I worked with him for years over at Republic before he left. Before he literally hit a car, rear-ended a car, and just the little hitch on the front of an International that's got that big hook. You put the pin in, just put a little crease in the paint. And I guess it was like $50, and he turned it in. I said, "Pay for that out of your pocket," and lost his job. Incident number 3. Goodbye.
Well, he was kind of. I mean,
sometimes those are blessings in disguise, Dave.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about anybody behind their back. If he was here, that'd be another story.
I'm sitting here looking at you, and you talk about me.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, I'll
that's the
just
way
turn around.
The great thing about it, Dave, is you'll forget in 10 minutes.
I
hid my own Easter eggs this year.
You'll be asking somebody 2 hours from now if this was Sunday.
Hey. Did we do a show today?
I'm trying to remember.
By the way, how did I get back on the? Since Bill and me, we seem to be the New Bedford guys, and now neither one of us are doing it. And I'm on the hated Scroy kill. It's
Scroy kill. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And that's in Pennsylvania.
Well, we didn't have any of our regular fellers today commenting.
It's
Big Jim,
sunny outside. It's 3 o'clock. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's talk shit about them while they're not here for the last few minutes.
So, yeah, that old Zach and Jim. Well, they weren't here last week either.
Yeah.
I'm going to call some dudes out, man. This ain't right.
Well, they watch it. They just wait till later in the week.
Yeah, later on.
Catch it on their time.
I ain't hearing that bullshit.
Yeah. Just because we're live doesn't mean they're live.
Well, no, Mike wasn't on here today either.
Your old Mike, yeah.
Our new Mike.
Mike is. He's flipping
our new favorite listener, remember?
Well, we've got
our email
8 views and 3 concurrent views. I don't know why I can't like see who they are. That way I can.
Because that would be called stalking, and you would go to jail.
Well, that's bullshit. I want to be able to. I want to be able to thank people personally.
Buy a card and just send it to everybody.
So, where are you boys going this week?
Skullkill.
North, by God, Carol.
What's Skullkill? Where's that?
Scroykill.
Philadelphia.
PA, Philly. And where are you going, Billy boy?
What state in this country would call a town Scroykill?
Yeah, PA. They got all sorts of weird ones.
And by the way, it's a Dutch. They're all Dutch out there because I asked the guy, I go, who come up with the stupid name of this town? And he goes, we're a bunch of Dutches down here. So,
like, oh, you're Duchesses, are you?
Yes.
Hey, there's Zach. I've been here for a little. Little what?
On what?
I've been here doing a little myself. Cheers.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, there's Zach. Good to have you here, Zach. Shout out to Zach. I haven't had any email either, but then again, I haven't looked either. Let's see. Let's look at the email, see if there's been anybody sending anything to the show.
By the way, Bill.
Twitter.
Bill.
Yeah.
Mike said, bite me. And
yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, I like his name. It's all Dave's fault.
So that is him. Okay. I figured.
Yeah, I figured that out a little while ago.
I'm going to change mine to Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Just to hear a Bill snort is funny.
We watch him on the old Tic Tac.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I got to get a few down my neck before I start doing that.
I already told Bill I'm going to get something to put behind me just for you, Dave, next time.
Something behind you?
Well, let's see what he has.
What? Goat?
On the air. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get me one of them for next time.
They're like $6 on Amazon.
What?
You got to put 3 AA batteries in it, or you can plug it into USB.
I wonder if I can get
I want one that says I'm high.
I want to change the letters on it.
The problem, I have to take it down for my other podcast.
Because he's not on the air, he's on the internet.
Well, because
technical guys.
We actually use a more technical process on this show than we do on the tech podcast.
I hear your other one's going to come over to our side now.
As far as what? Video Ninja?
Yeah.
I've talked most of them into it, but it's going to take some time to get everybody used to the change in the because we tried last week to get it to work, and Joe,
I gotta say the picture's pretty good today.
Yeah, this software. Actually, I didn't tell you about this. I invited the head developer of this software onto our show for an interview, and he accepted.
Okay.
So
when are we doing that?
I don't know, but
not our show, the other show. You want me to get him on here too?
Oh yeah, we gotta
I'll get him on.
My neighbor wants to be a guest.
We don't know nothing about
music.
We don't know nothing about it, but I mean, we can give him a bunch of shit.
We're a bunch. We can lie through a lot of shit.
Yeah, I'll get him on here.
It's our truth.
I mean, he probably knows how to use it.
I have a friend of mine who says, Dave, you're the most confusing wrong person I ever met.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Bill. I want to ask him why there's not a button here at the bottom where I can have the boo or the applause. Is why I want to know.
Oh, God.
Really?
I will pay him money not to put
not
that
to boo that.
But you're probably right, though. That would be an interesting thing to add. I do have questions like I want to know how to self-host it. That way I can put the server. But I've got so many servers running now because I'm hosting all kinds of shit.
So what'd you have for lunch today, Steve?
When I had one big enough.
I haven't. I just got sent a picture on Messenger of what we're having. They're already eating.
Your sound went out, Steve.
What do you mean my sound went out?
No, it didn't. I can hear him loud and clear. You're good.
What the hell, Bill?
I don't know. Look down there at the bottom. Is your mic turning green when you talk?
I don't know.
You guys keep talking. I got a problem here.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
He's gone. Now we can talk about him.
Yeah.
Does he have a problem every time
Every time. He can't leave. He yells at me about playing with buttons.
Oh, you were playing with buttons today, trust me, earlier.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was trying to use the other system. We're back to the old standby. Look at the confusing. He looks like he's pooping. that look on his face. Can
you hear us, Bill?
No, he can't hear us.
Oh, my God.
We muted him again.
Well, anyways, let's sign up. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my headphones are going bad.
Really?
Can you hear us?
These headphones are 20 years old, dude.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think it's time to buy.
We was going to sign off without you, but
no, it's this little thing right here where I got the headphones plugged in. It kind of
play with your little thing. It always helps.
Nah.
It
does for you too, huh, Dave?
It does me.
I thought it was just me.
No. It plays with the little thing. It always helps. Makes my. It's like I keep
gives you that tingly feeling. Yeah.
I keep seeing these videos where they go, if your boy's having a bad day, just show him some boobs. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good with that.
You see, Bill's got a new. If he had two of them, he'd have a new set of binoculars. Anyway,
damn it.
Well, sign us off, big boy.
Oh, are we done?
I don't know.
Got nothing else to talk about?
Oh, I'm sure we can talk about something.
That's the best I can do.
I'm gonna do the Bill Cosby dance.
There you go.
Jello pudding.
That's the Jello pudding dance. Yeah.
Put the pudding into the pudding pop. That wasn't no good. That was no good.
That was actually.
Don't laugh at that.
I haven't. By the way, did I tell you guys I won $150 on a scratch off ticket?
You did.
Oh, okay.
Which ticket was it?
I did say it, but Bill wasn't listening. It was on set 10,000. It was just a normal. That one.
There you go. 10,000 a month for. I'd rather have a 10,000 a month for life.
So would I, but I'll take the $150.
There you go.
Right on.
That'll buy 4 steaks,
or 15 more tickets,
or maybe just 3 packs of hot dogs. From what you said,
now, a real good friend of mine just absolutely will not eat a hot dog. Never ate a hot dog. Refuses to eat a hot dog, and she's listening right now.
Want me to tell you what's in hot dogs?
Yes.
I was just getting ready to say, if you ever went to an Oscar Mayer factory.
I have, and don't spoil it. That's where the biggest thing is.
The biggest problem I have is there is a percentage of allowable rat feces to be in hot dogs.
Oh, by the way, since you're going down this road, me and Bill had this conversation earlier this week. What do you think the ingredients of Spam is?
Oh, yeah.
It's eyelids, elbows, and assholes all ground up.
Actually, it's actually much more pure than that.
It's pork butts. It's all it is. That's the only meat in it.
Pork butts, salt, and
that's not what's in hot dogs.
No, you got lips. And toes
there might be
dogs.
some, but there's other stuff.
Yeah. But it's salt water. What was the sodium? No, what was they taking?
Well, it was salt.
Calcium.
It was salt, but it was like the starch from potato.
Oh,
potato
yeah,
starch.
and the potato starch
as the binder, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, and I remember I delivered to a place over in it's either Canton or Massillon, Ohio, that produced and made Slim Jims and stuff like that. And we would
I like the original ones.
We would deliver the chemicals that they use to sanitize the tanks and the vats and all that stuff. Then they would show these tankers outside that would say edible waste and stuff that they would pick up at these farms from dead animals and all that kind of stuff. And
edible or inedible?
No, it was edible.
So you could eat it.
Yeah, that's what they're making.
It's like that non-potting water. And then you got potable water.
Not potting. It's potable
water and potable water. It's potty water.
We're not putting plants.
It's potty water.
If you take a drink of it, you get some diphtheria, real quick.
Yeah, well, that always helps when you got a little backup. You need an enema. Just take a little of that and it'll clear you right up.
No, what was I was telling you, my mom said drink 8 ounces of olive oil, and it's supposed to make you pass gallstones, is what she says. And I asked the doctor, and he said, your stomach and that is not hooked together.
Yeah.
How's it going to get to it to clean?
I don't know,
out?
but what's in your stomach is going to slide right out with all that oil.
Oh my God, you got to be at the.
That'd be a flusher.
You
got to be on the shitter the whole day.
Close to the other end of all
clear
that.
your calendar.
What is that? What is that purple stuff they give you when you have to go take a
colonoscopy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the barium or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ink that goes flowing through.
They call that liquid roto-rooter, Dave.
Yes.
So.
All right.
That's what you call
we might
slip and slide.
We might as well end the show on shit. Okay.
Yeah, we start with shit.
Bringing up the tail end. We're at the end of it.
Yeah. Thanks to all of our listeners and all of our viewers that have been keeping up with us. I can't believe we've been going this long. Well, I do actually believe. But we have a heck of a time doing this. We talk about this encompasses our lives basically all through the week, and we appreciate everybody that takes part in it.
The guys would probably like the show a lot better if they'd listen to the first hour before we ever get started.
Yeah.
Because it is terrible.
But I'm gonna send this out to everybody. You have topics that you want us to talk about. We have
email.
Well, you can email, but I know I see from experience that people just don't
text you,
fucking email. So go ahead.
Facebook Live us.
Give out your phone number, Bill.
If you're one of our, right. I'll give right there next to my.
Why do I got 10,000 calls this morning?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You have missed 10,142 calls.
But we do have the Facebook page. We have Twitter. We have
the TikTok.
We're on. We don't have a TikTok. No, but we do have a. I left that up to Dave, and it just didn't fucking happen.
He's even the wrong way that way, Bill.
God Lord.
TikTok.
We've got a Discord. There's even a Telegram page with a grand total of 1 people on that Telegram channel. I keep announcing the shows on the Telegram channel, thinking maybe someday might join. Somebody might join because there are truck drivers that use Telegram. But there it is. But I understand that for non-technical people, Facebook equals internet. So we do have the Facebook page. What I'd like you to do is get on there and comment and give us some ideas of topics you'd like us to talk about, and we'll dive as deep as you want us to go on that, and let us know what you think. I'll go ahead and give out our website. It's 3ftpodcast.org. I post all the shows on there. You can literally watch or listen to the shows, or you can watch us live at 3 p.m. every fortnight on YouTube, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Other than that, I don't know. Who do we want to send a shout out to, folks?
Our technical support that flipped you off.
Big shout out to Mike, our tech support, and to anybody else that is
all the mothers out there for Mother's
all the mothers.
Day.
Yes, thank you.
Here and gone. If they're gone, remember them today. That's how you got here.
I
and all the new ones that's going to get made after prom season.
Yay. All the single moms out there that's got at least one happy memory.
You watch that TV show, don't you, Dave? What was it called? Teenage Mom or something?
16 and pregnant or
I
don't know.
My wife watches that kind of stuff. And
I cut the cable.
Hey, Bill, she's just preparing for you. How old's the youngest?
9, I think.
Oh,
you know what? She's
10 more years. And
she turns 10 next week.
So she's got 4 years still.
Yeah.
I've got 4 years of freedom left.
No, I go sanity. Then you're going to stand there and the little guy's going to come to the door and, what's your intentions with my daughter?
No, Bill. My best favorite thing I ever heard was this one comedian said something about his son was older and his daughter was a couple of years younger, and they were outside playing, and then his daughter got hit in the crotch, and she goes, "Ow!" because she had an older brother. She goes, "Ow, my balls!" And he thinks to himself, "Do I correct her or just let her take that to college?"
You're assuming she's going to college. Yeah. Way to go, bro. I'm fairly certain Talisa knows that she doesn't have any balls. Maybe I'll ask.
Well,
she's got a baseball, a basketball, a soccer ball.
Maybe I'll ask what she thinks she has. Let us know, audience. 3ftpodcast.org.
If not, Bill, lie.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
We'll also send a shout out to Frost and Octane. They make I say they, it's one person, and by one person, it's my son, it's my oldest boy.
Every time he says that, I think of Dairy Queen.
Frost and Octane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a blizzard.
Dave. Now I need a blizzard. You suck.
Son of a. Well, I bet you can be counted on to find one or two Dairy Queens down there in Kentucky.
No, he won't. He's got to drive like 80 miles to find one.
No, Kentucky, there's a Dairy Queen on every corner, or there used to be.
Hey, down here they serve breakfast.
I bet they do.
Yes, biscuits, great. You can get it all, dude.
Wow, they invented the chicken strip, folks. I don't care what anybody says.
And Dairy gravy.
Queen,
hot, that gravy's like lava hot. Yeah.
That's the very first place I remember getting them.
See how we always get back to food.
We do. Yes, I'm hungry right now.
Me too. Let's wrap this up. My food's waiting.
All right, then, folks. Thanks a lot for listening. We love y'all. We appreciate you. Let us know what you think. Give us a shout out. We're on Facebook, like I said before, and we'll see you in a fortnight. That's 2 weeks, by the way. Until then, I've been Bill.
And I'm still Dave.
And I'm still Steve. Happy Mother's Day to all.